welcome back to the Smoke Shack. This is Steven, that's Rocky, and today we are bringing you a review on Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust's Sin Compromiso. It's the upper band there, and then we have a very nice looking cedar plank down here with Sin Compromiso, and then the Dunbarton logo there on the bottom. Very good looking cedar plank there. This is a 6x54 Toro. This is the wrapper on this is a Mexican San Andreas. The binder is an Ecuadorian Habano binder, and the fillers are Nicaraguan. As far as the pre-light goes, I take the cedar plank off. The body's aroma is very much an aged cedar, earthy, and a little bit of spice in there as well. I'm not sure if that's a red pepper or some other type of spicy note. The foot is very leathery with a little bit of earth in there as well. As far as this wrapper looks and the roll is here, the roll is extremely even. Cigar is maybe a little on the hard side, but it's got good firmness to it. It might just be because of that box press. I'm not going to knock it because it's not super hard, but it is a touch bit hard here. But man, this wrapper looks fantastic. Look how toothy the wrapper is. Very, very, very veiny as well. Fantastic looking wrapper. The aromas there were great as well. As far as the cap goes, we have a nice thick double cap on top. And then since, well, let's go ahead and cut this first. Well. Dry draw is very, very sweet. There's a lot of leather in there, but something very, very sweet in the background. Maybe a plum or a honeysuckle, some type of fruit. Very, very good, though, on the dry draw. Since this thing came with the cedar plank, I figured, you know what? Why not show you guys today how to light your cigar with a cedar spill? So I got just a little bit of a cedar plank here. First off, I'm going to show you how to break off a cedar spill. So I'm going to go to one of the two sides, and you can see that it's pretty flimsy on the sides. So you just try to grab a good bit of thickness that you want on the spill, get down there and break right there on the side. And then once you break on the side, then you can go ahead and follow that right down, kind of like that, and break off a piece of the spill. As far as the spill goes with the cigar, so in order to light the spill, well, first off, I'm going to be lighting it with a butane lighter, but you can light it any way, which way that you can. Just needs to be lit. But this is the quickest way to light it. Toast the end of the spill. Now, the important part here is to hold this at a slightly downward angle, as the burn will burn up the cedar spill nicely. And then we're just going to use that burn to toast the foot of the cigar. Now I've got a couple spills here because we got to toast it pretty good before we start puffing on it. Might take 2 or 3 spills to properly toast the bottom. You can go ahead and fast forward if you would like to in the video. There are chapters down below. Another important tip here with these cedar spills is just to make sure that you're not around anything flammable. These things will, the ash themselves fly off a lot, and there's some pretty hot embers. So anything flammable around, just make sure that you're not using these. So now my foot here or toe is properly toasted. I'm gonna go ahead and take the spill. Light the rest just like that. The initial notes here are very, very spicy. Getting a lot of pepper, red pepper in here. Maybe some other spices as well. Possibly some baking spice. A lot of leather and earthy notes as well. Gonna go ahead and smoke this down into about the end of the first third and then catch you back up with my thoughts. Bringing you back in here at about the end of the first third. The flavor profile here is fantastic. We got leather, earthy tones, cocoa powder, vanilla, and there's a subtle bit of red pepper spice in there as well. Fantastic. Really smooth, extremely complex, very rich in flavor, and extremely, extremely well balanced. If there was a score, if I could score it any higher than a 5 for the balance here, I would. It's extremely, extremely well balanced. Mild to medium to start with the strength. Nice even char line here. It's a good solid ash. Unfortunately, the ash just fell off shortly before I came back on, as you can see or tell. The draw has been ideal here in the first third. I'm going to go ahead and smoke it down into the second third and then catch you back up with my thoughts. So far, a phenomenal smoke. Bringing you back in at about the end of the second third here of the cigar. Flavor profile changes up phenomenally here. Get cinnamon, cedar, chocolate, espresso, and still that subtle bit of red pepper in here. Fantastic, really rich flavor, extremely well balanced still, very, very complex, and really, really, really smooth. I mean, this thing is fantastic so far. As far as combustion goes, got a very solid ash there, even char line, and the draw has been ideal. The strength has picked up to a medium here in this second third. Gonna go ahead and smoke it into the final third and then catch you back up with my final thoughts. Bringing you back into the final third here of this cigar. Flavor profile is quite like the last third, unfortunately. Doesn't evolve too much here. A lot of cinnamon still, chocolate, espresso. The red pepper is a lot more present rather than the subtlety that it was in the last third, but really just a lot of the same from the last third. Still extremely smooth, extremely complex, very, very rich in flavor, and very well balanced. Still very, very pleased with the cigar, although it hasn't evolved here in the final third. Medium to full strength here for the finish. Very, very good combustion. Nice, solid ash there. Good, even char line. And my draw has been ideal here throughout the whole cigar. As far as the cigar as a whole goes, the finish was pretty great throughout. Very, very long. Very rich in flavor. It does have its peaks and valleys, so a 4 out of 5 there for the finish, but still very, very good finish here. Evolution really just was knocked there in the second and final thirds, as they both were pretty much identically the same. 3 out of 5 here for the evolution. Really was the only big knock here on the cigar, as it was really, really balanced, extremely rich in flavor. Very, very complex and extremely smooth throughout. I mean, the balance is just fantastic here in this throughout the entire cigar here. As far as the tasting notes go, or the tasting score, we got a 66 out of 70 here for the taste score. Fantastic score. As far as the pre-light goes, we had a 10 out of 10 here on the pre-light. It was a nice, firm spring. I thought it might have been just a little hard, but it might have just been the box press the way that the press was. Very good, even roll. and then the draw being ideal there on the dry draw. Combustion throughout, I mean, fantastic. You guys have seen it. Very, very solid ash. The char line, I mean, dead nuts even throughout. I mean, fantastic. And then my draw, ideal throughout. So a 10 out of 10 here on combustion. Presentation-wise, I really, really love this presentation. I don't like cigars that have bands up and down the whole thing and covering the whole thing. But this one's a little different with the cedar wrap on the bottom. It's nice that you can use this as also to light the cigar. I did not. I used the cedar spills like I told you earlier. But very nice touch here. I do like that. I think the bands look very, very classy as well. Very unique, just good looking band. Boxes look great as well. 9 out of 10 here for presentation, giving us a total final score of 95 out of 100 for this cigar. A absolutely fantastic score here. The flavors just fantastic throughout. These things MSRP for $18.75. You can get them a little bit cheaper in most places, but that is the MSRP, giving us a price per point score of 1.97. Kind of high there for the price per point score, but for a 95 rated cigar, it's kind of what you're going to be paying for. At least if I'm paying $18, I better be getting 95 rated cigar or above. You know, I better be getting something good. So I really, really like that in this cigar. I do think that the price is a little high, especially for our price per point. But again, if you're going to pay top dollar for a cigar, better be a top cigar, and this was. So no knock there on the price. You know, I obviously would like to be cheaper so I could buy a whole bunch of these and smoke them all the time because they are fantastic. This cigar is blown my mind here. Just really, really loved it. I would have liked the evolution to be better in the final third. Really was my only knock throughout, as again, the flavor is just really rich. The complexity really just very complex, but the balance, the highlight, extremely balanced throughout. Just phenomenal balance here in this cigar. If you've had this before, leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the cigar. Like, subscribe if you have not already, as we are on a push right now to get 100 subscribers. At 100 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway here. We are giving away a cutter and a Boveda pack for one of our lucky subscribers. So if you would like the chance to enter that, to win that cutter and Boveda pack, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because we would be picking one lucky winner when we hit 100 subscribers. Thank you, and we'll see you next time here on the Smoke Shack.